My beloved child, before you scroll away, before you move on to the next distraction, I ask you to pause for just a moment. Because what you are about to hear is not a message of fear. It is a message of reflection. A message of hope. A message that may help you see your life from a new perspective. My beloved child, many people spend their days rushing from one task to another. They are so busy thinking about tomorrow that they forget to appreciate today. They are so focused on what they do not have that they overlook the blessings already present in their lives. And because of this, they miss opportunities that are quietly standing right in front of them. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this message is for anyone who has been feeling discouraged. Anyone who has been carrying worries they rarely talk about. Anyone who has wondered whether their efforts are making a difference. Anyone who has questioned whether brighter days are still ahead. If that sounds familiar, then listen carefully. You are not finished growing. Your story is not finished unfolding. And your future is not limited by your current circumstances. My beloved child, what you are about to skip may not be a video. It may be a lesson. A reminder. A moment of clarity that arrives exactly when it is needed. Sometimes the most important messages come during ordinary moments. A conversation that changes your perspective. A piece of advice that stays with you for years. A realization that helps you move forward. These things often appear when people least expect them. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is something important you need to remember. Do not allow disappointment to convince you that hope is gone. Do not allow temporary setbacks to make you forget your potential. And do not allow fear to stop you from taking positive steps forward. Many people give up not because success is impossible, but because they stop believing growth is possible. Yet growth remains possible for anyone willing to learn, adapt, and continue moving forward. My beloved child, there have been challenges in your life that taught you valuable lessons. At the time, those lessons may have felt difficult. You may have questioned why certain things happened. You may have wished for easier paths. But every experience contributed something. Some taught patience. Some taught resilience. Some taught gratitude. And some revealed strengths you did not know you possessed. Stay with me, my beloved child, because another truth is waiting for you. You do not need to have every answer today. You do not need to know exactly how the future will unfold. You only need enough courage to take the next step. One wise decision. One kind action. One moment of perseverance. These small choices have the power to create meaningful change over time. My beloved child, if you are hearing this message today, let it remind you of something simple yet powerful. Do not overlook the opportunities hidden within ordinary days. Do not underestimate the value of consistent effort. And do not forget that positive change often begins with a single decision to keep going. The future is still being written. There are still lessons to learn. There are still people to encourage. There are still opportunities to grow. And there are still beautiful chapters waiting ahead. So before you skip, before you move on, carry this reminder with you. Keep believing. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep choosing kindness. Because what could truly change everything is not one dramatic moment. It is the decision you make today to move forward with hope, courage, and purpose. And that, my beloved child, is the message for today. My beloved child, as this message continues, I want you to think about something for a moment. How many opportunities have people missed simply because they assumed nothing important was happening? How many lessons were ignored because they arrived in ordinary ways? How many blessings went unnoticed because they did not appear exactly as expected? The truth is that some of life's most meaningful moments do not announce themselves with great fanfare. They arrive quietly. They arrive unexpectedly. And they often reveal their value only after time has passed. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this message may help you see your current season differently. There may be areas of your life where progress feels slow. There may be goals that seem farther away than you hoped. There may be questions that remain unanswered. But do not mistake delay for defeat. Do not mistake waiting for failure. Some of the most important growth happens during seasons when nothing seems to be changing. Just as a seed develops beneath the soil before it becomes visible, many valuable transformations begin long before they can be seen. My beloved child, if you are feeling discouraged today, remember this. You have overcome difficulties before. You have adapted to challenges before. You have learned lessons that once seemed impossible to understand. The strength that carried you through those seasons still exists within you. Do not forget that. Do not underestimate that. Because resilience is one of the greatest gifts a person can develop. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is another truth I want you to hear. The decision that changes everything is often smaller than people imagine. It may be the decision to forgive. The decision to learn. The decision to keep trying. The decision to stop comparing yourself to others. The decision to believe that growth is still possible. Small decisions repeated consistently create remarkable results over time. That is why every positive choice matters. My beloved child, many people spend too much time looking for dramatic signs while overlooking the opportunities already in front of them. An opportunity to improve a skill. An opportunity to strengthen a relationship. An opportunity to encourage someone who feels discouraged. An opportunity to grow in wisdom and understanding. These opportunities may seem ordinary. Yet they often become the foundation for extraordinary outcomes. Stay with me, my beloved child, because another important reminder is waiting for you. Do not allow fear to make decisions on your behalf. Fear often focuses on what could go wrong. Wisdom focuses on what can be learned. Hope focuses on what remains possible. When you approach life with a willingness to learn and grow, even difficult experiences can become valuable teachers. And that perspective changes everything. My beloved child, the future may not be fully visible from where you stand today. That is true for everyone. But uncertainty does not mean you should stop moving forward. It means you should continue taking thoughtful, positive steps. One day at a time. One lesson at a time. One opportunity at a time. As this chapter comes to a close, remember this. The message you were tempted to skip is not about predicting your future. It is about preparing you for it. preparing you to recognize opportunities, preparing you to appreciate growth, preparing you to walk forward with confidence rather than fear. And my beloved child, the next part of this message will reveal an even deeper truth, one that may completely change the way you view the challenges, delays, and opportunities that lie ahead. My beloved child, as this message continues, there is a question I want you to consider carefully. What if some of the things you thought were holding you back were actually helping prepare you for what comes next? Many people look at delays and see only frustration. They look at challenges and see only obstacles. They look at difficult seasons and see only frustration. They look at challenges and see only obstacles. They look at difficult seasons and see only disappointment. But sometimes those very experiences are teaching lessons that could not be learned any other way. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this truth has the power to change your perspective. Think about the strength you have gained through past struggles. Think about the wisdom you have gained through mistakes. Think about the patience you have developed while waiting for answers. Those qualities did not appear overnight. They were developed through experience. And now they are part of who you are. No one can take those lessons away from you. My beloved child, there are people who spend their entire lives waiting for perfect conditions before they take action. They wait until they feel completely confident. They wait until every uncertainty disappears. They wait until every risk is removed. And because of that, they often miss valuable opportunities. The truth is that growth usually begins before you feel fully ready. Courage is often discovered while moving forward, not before. Stay with me, my beloved child, because another important lesson is about to unfold. The opportunities that change your life are not always obvious at first. Sometimes they arrive disguised as responsibility. Sometimes they arrive disguised as learning experiences. Sometimes they arrive disguised as challenges that force you to develop new strengths. That is why it is important to stay open to growth. The lesson you learn today may create an opportunity tomorrow. The effort you make today may produce results months from now. Nothing valuable is wasted when it contributes to your development. My beloved child, if you feel uncertain about the future, remember this. You do not need to know everything that lies ahead. You only need enough wisdom to take the next step. One step leads to another. One lesson leads to another. One opportunity leads to another. And over time, those steps create a journey you could never have fully predicted at the beginning. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is something else I want you to remember. Do not measure your progress solely by external results. Sometimes the most important progress happens within. A more patient heart. A stronger mind. A kinder spirit. A deeper understanding of life. These changes may not always be visible to others, but they are among the most valuable forms of growth. My beloved child, there may be moments when you wonder whether your efforts are making a difference. The answer is yes. Every positive choice matters. Every act of kindness matters. Every lesson learned matters. Every time you refuse to give up, you are helping shape the future version of yourself. And that future version of you will be grateful that you kept going. As this chapter comes to an end, remember this. Your journey is not defined by a single setback. Your potential is not limited by a temporary delay. And your future is not determined by today's challenges. You are still growing. You are still learning. You are still becoming. And my beloved child, in the next part of this message, a powerful truth will be revealed. One that may help you understand why perseverance, hope, and patience are more valuable than you ever imagined. My beloved child, as this message continues, I want you to remember something that many people forget during difficult seasons. The chapter you are living in today is not the final chapter of your story. It is only one page in a much larger journey. Many people become discouraged because they focus only on what they can see right now. They focus on today's obstacles, today's worries, today's unanswered questions. But life is bigger than a single day. And your future is bigger than your current circumstances. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this truth may help you see things differently. There were moments in your past when you thought you would never overcome certain challenges. Yet somehow you found the strength to continue. There were situations that seemed impossible to understand. Yet with time, lessons emerged. There were doors that closed unexpectedly. Yet other opportunities eventually appeared. Looking back, you can see that your journey continued even when you thought it might stop. The same is true today. My beloved child, do not underestimate the power of perseverance. Perseverance is not about never feeling tired. It is not about never facing doubts. It is about continuing forward despite those feelings. Every step taken with determination strengthens your character. Every challenge faced with courage develops resilience. Every lesson learned through experience increases wisdom. These qualities become treasures that remain with you for life. Stay with me, my beloved child, because another important reminder is waiting for you. There is a difference between being stuck and being prepared. Sometimes people believe nothing is happening because they cannot see immediate results. Yet preparation is often taking place beneath the surface. Skills are developing. Understanding is growing. Character is being refined. The work happening within you today may be preparing you for opportunities that have not yet arrived. My beloved child, if you have been worrying about the future, consider this. Worry rarely improves tomorrow. But preparation can. Learning can. Growth can. Kindness can. The actions you take today have far greater influence than the fears you carry about tomorrow. Focus your energy where it can create positive change. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is another lesson hidden within this message. Do not allow disappointment to make your heart bitter. Allow it to make you wiser. Do not allow setbacks to make you quit. Allow them to teach you perseverance. Do not allow mistakes to define you. Allow them to educate you. Every experience has the potential to contribute something valuable when approached with the right perspective. My beloved child, there are still opportunities ahead that you cannot currently see. Still lessons waiting to be learned. Still people waiting to be encouraged by your kindness. Still moments of joy waiting to be experienced. The future remains unwritten. And that means possibility remains alive. As this chapter draws to a close, remember this. You are not falling behind. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. You are on a journey of growth, and every lesson is helping shape the person you are becoming. Keep moving forward. Keep learning. Keep choosing hope. And my beloved child, in the next part of this message, the final pieces will begin to come together. A powerful reminder is coming, one that may help you see why the message you almost skipped could become one of the most important reminders you hear today. My beloved child, as we enter this part of the message, I want you to reflect on everything you have heard so far. The lessons about patience. The reminders about perseverance. The encouragement to keep moving forward. None of these truths are complicated, yet they have the power to transform a life when they are truly understood. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this chapter contains a reminder that many people need right now. You do not have to carry every burden by yourself. Many people spend years holding on to worries they cannot control. They replay old mistakes. They imagine future problems that may never happen. They exhaust themselves fighting battles that exist only in their thoughts. But wisdom teaches a different approach. Focus on what you can influence. Focus on the choices you make today. Focus on the lessons you can learn. Focus on the kindness you can share. These are the things that help create meaningful change. My beloved child, if you have been feeling discouraged, remember this. Your value does not decrease because progress feels slow. A tree does not stop growing simply because its growth is not visible every day. Growth often happens gradually. Quietly. Patiently. And before you realize it, the small efforts you made have produced significant results. The same is true for you. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is another truth I want you to hear. Some of the opportunities that change a person's life begin with simple decisions. The decision to keep learning. The decision to forgive. The decision to try again. The decision to believe that improvement is possible. These choices may appear small in the moment. Yet over time, they shape the direction of your future. Never underestimate the power of a positive decision made consistently. My beloved child, there may be people who doubt you. There may be circumstances that challenge you. There may be days when your confidence feels weaker than usual. But do not allow those moments to define your identity. You are more than your fears. You are more than your setbacks. You are more than the opinions of others. Your character, your determination, and your willingness to grow are far more important. Stay with me, my beloved child, because the heart of this message is now being revealed. The message you almost skipped was never about predicting extraordinary events. It was about reminding you of extraordinary truths. That growth is possible. That learning is possible. That positive change is possible. That hope remains available even during difficult seasons. These truths may seem simple, but they have guided countless people through life's challenges. My beloved child, every day presents a choice. You can focus on fear or focus on growth. You can focus on bitterness or focus on learning. You can focus on what is missing or focus on what is possible. The choice you make shapes your perspective. And your perspective influences your journey. As this chapter comes to an end, remember this. You have already come farther than you sometimes realize. You have learned more than you sometimes acknowledge. You have grown more than you sometimes recognize. And there is still more ahead for you. One final chapter remains. One final message that will bring together every lesson shared throughout this journey and leave you with a powerful sense of hope, confidence, and peace as you move forward. And my beloved child, that ending may become the very reminder you needed today. My beloved child, we have reached the final chapter of this message. If you have listened this far, then carry these final words with you. Not as a prediction. Not as a promise of an easy road. But as a reminder of what is already true. You are stronger than you think. You are wiser than you realize. And you are capable of more growth than you can currently imagine. My beloved child, the message you almost skipped was never really about this video. It was about a decision. A decision to pause. A decision to reflect. A decision to remember that your life is still full of possibility. Sometimes the smallest moments create the greatest changes. A new perspective. A lesson learned. A choice to keep going when it would have been easier to quit. These moments may seem ordinary, but they often become turning points in a person's journey. Stay with me, my beloved child, because there is one final truth I want to leave in your heart. Do not be afraid of the future. The future is not your enemy. It is a collection of opportunities that have not yet arrived. It is a collection of lessons that have not yet been learned. It is a collection of experiences that have not yet been lived. Meet the future with courage rather than fear. Meet it with curiosity rather than worry. Meet it with hope rather than doubt. My beloved child, there will still be challenges ahead. Every life contains them. But there will also be moments of joy. Moments of growth. Moments of laughter. Moments of unexpected blessings. Moments that remind you why perseverance was worth it. Do not let temporary struggles make you forget the beauty that still exists in the journey. Stay with me, my beloved child, because this ending is meant to bring you peace. Release the weight of yesterday. The mistakes that taught you lessons have already served their purpose. The disappointments that made you stronger have already given their gift. Carry the wisdom forward, but leave the burden behind. You do not need to relive old chapters to appreciate what they taught you. My beloved child, as you step into tomorrow, remember that growth does not require perfection. It requires willingness. Willingness to learn. Willingness to improve. Willingness to keep moving forward one step at a time. That is enough. And that is how meaningful progress is made. So today, choose hope. Choose gratitude. Choose kindness. Choose courage. Choose to believe that your story is still unfolding and that some of its most meaningful chapters have not yet been written. My beloved child, this is the beautiful ending of the message. The thing that could change everything was never fear. It was never worry. It was never waiting for the perfect moment. The thing that could change everything was your decision to keep going. To keep learning. To keep believing. To keep growing. And because you have chosen not to give up, a new chapter now begins. A chapter filled with wisdom from the past, gratitude for the present, and hope for the future. Walk into it with confidence. Walk into it with peace. Walk into it knowing that every step forward matters. For your journey continues. Your purpose continues. Your growth continues. And my beloved child, the best is not necessarily behind you. Some of the most beautiful moments of your story may still be ahead. And that is the message I wanted you to hear today.